Hello. Looks like we are live and starting to see chat from the audience. Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining today's live webinar from HeyGen. Today's webinar is mainly an introduction of one of the most popular product interactive avatar for real-time streaming. My name is Chloe. I'm the go-to-market solution engineer from HeyGen. Will be your host today to set the agenda for today. I will give you a first 10 minutes to 15 minutes of quick demo on the platform's features, capability, showcase different kinds of use cases we've seen across, and lastly, we will take in sequence to answer your questions from the chat. Jack Press, I saw your questions from YouTube. Welcome, first of all. And I saw your question was about the cost about API credits. It is per usage. So were you referring to unlimited plans as a HeyGen web app plan, like a seat base, or unlimited plan? Which unlimited plan you were talking about? Do you mind explain? I will feel free to drop in comments and we'll come back for the questions later. And let me share my screen real quick. Okay, the main topic today will be give you introductions and walkthrough about interactive avatar for real-time conversation. And anyone can come in here and sign up at HeyGen. It's free. Every free plans users have access to all those pre-trained example interactive avatar and all the public avatar as well. So here is the homepage, the landing page that you might have seen once you log in. You can see we have a list of AI avatar templates for a lot of common use cases we're seeing. So think about interactive avatar as a visual agent on top of any customer support chatbots or interviewer or even for personal training for corporate compliance for L&D or just product enablement, internal or external. We have one from our co-founder, Wayne, talks about interactive avatar, and behind the scene, you can customize knowledge base that be associated with the interactive avatar that you want that agent to interact with your end users. To give an example, we can start chat here. This is the interface. So this is the interface for user interactions, basically. And in this website, you can see this is a public interactive avatar, but there are multiple ways that you can embed this interactive avatar, either to your existing workflow or to your existing product. And you can embed it as one of the front-end HTML elements or embed it, have it as a redirect link and to share it to your customers or users. And you also have a way to integrate with our API or SDK, which I can touch base later on how you can integrate and different way you can leverage this product. And so let's give it a try.
Welcome to HeyGen. I'm your interactive avatar guide, here to help you explore the world of real-time interactive avatars. Let's dive in. What do you want to know first?
Not sure if you can capture the audio, but let me share it separately. Hi, Wayne. Can you tell us a little bit about HeyGen's interactive avatar product? Yes. Um, yes, can you please tell us a little bit more about HeyGen's interactive avatar product? Yes, please. Yes. Can you go ahead? How can I get started with HeyGen interactive avatar? Okay. Let me stop sharing and then share another tab. So hopefully that gives you a basic idea of how your user can interact with the avatar that you create at HeyGen. And we have a list of stock public avatar which you can leverage to use if you don't want to create a digital twin or like a clone version of yourself, or you don't have a public actors or a celebrity to be the agents for interactions. We have a list of actors that we hired for different kinds of scenario um, that were built for you. And lastly, you can always like create, come here and then create a custom, what we call custom interactive avatar. Custom interactive avatar of yourself by simply upload a 2 to 5 minutes of training footage, which in this page will give you instructions of how to record the footage and upload it for a training. Once that's done, you will have a digital clone of yourself, and so you can use it to interact with your end user for different scenarios. And next thing I will quickly touch point is the knowledge base. So if we go here and chat with any of the public avatar here, you can see that here you have an option to configure the custom knowledge base that you create. So by default, with specific like trained templates, it already has its default knowledge base. But here, if I wanted to specifically talk about, for example, DocuSign's product, I can chat with Rika and
Hey, ever wanted a smarter way to gather info online? DocuSign's adaptive web form adapts based on user input for a smoother experience. Curious how it works?
I I just realized the audience might not have access to the audio directly because I'm sharing the tab. Would it have changed if I share the screen? Sonny, can you give me some feedback? Can you hear what Rika just said? Yeah, I can share my full screen if that's helpful, but okay, can hear now, perfect. Perfect, so we can start interact with it. Sorry, apologies for the whole time. I thought Wing's audio was accessible. Hi, Rika. Can you tell me a little bit about what you know?
Hey! So Rika might be a bit busy, but I can tell you about DocuSign. It's this cool tool for digital signatures and managing docs. Want more?
Well, what kind of use case can I leverage with DocuSign specific feature that you have in mind?
Oh, yeah. You can use DocuSign for onboarding, contracts, applying for loans, or even compliance stuff. It's like super versatile for any agreement or data collection. Want to see some examples?
Can you give me some examples?
Sure. Imagine onboarding new employees, signing insurance claims, or submitting mortgage applications. It's like making all those processes way easier and faster, you know? Want to explore a particular one?
Thank you. So, yeah, so basically, you can customize the knowledge base however you want, and this knowledge base will be served as a context and input for the large language model behind the scene for this avatar to interact. And here, one of the benefits of HeyGen's interactive avatar, it is also multilingual. We integrate with different vendors, including ElevenLabs, to provide different languages and accents to support the interactive avatar to make it bilingual. And we've seen customers use it for language training as well and for educational purposes as well. And so next up, real quick, here is what I have pre-configured the knowledge base for DocuSign. So the way how this works is you can give the avatar basically an opening intro for the initial period of the conversation when the session just been initiated and you're still waiting for your user to interact. And here's the full prompt, basically to instruct how the avatar will interact, the instructions, the communication style, and the kind of like guardrails for the agent, the avatar to interact with the users. And one of the another feature that I really like is we also provide you the ability to extend this context by inserting multiple links. So by giving, for example, by giving this external DocuSign API docs links, I was able to enrich this knowledge base by providing additional website links. What this does is basically we will go into this website and script the information on that website and then condense it to basically a summary and feed that as part of the knowledge base. And you have, I think you have unlimited number of knowledge base to customize and create, and this does not consume API credits. And for interactive avatar, it is a usage-based product, how the pricing structure works. You basically will purchase worth of API credits, and for one API credit, you can use it for 5 minutes of streaming. And as I alluded earlier, there's multiple ways to integrate with this interactive avatar. You can either click share, and then share the links to and paste it to any end user, either through emails or chat or your existing workflow. So your end user can just click on that link and then directly interact with your avatar or a digital twin of yourself. A little bit more like local way would be embed this entire iframe, this avatar iframe, to your front end HTML page. And lastly, the most highly customized or more native integration, which also requires more technical resource, is to integrate with our streaming API. And you can see here, here would be the list of streaming API that's relevant for you. You get to have more granular control for either front-end or a back-end communication to HeyGen's streaming API. In order to start a new session, create a new session, start an existing session, send tasks, for example, voice or chat, and then interact task or manage the session, all via API, RESTful API call. And I think that's it for the brief demo. Let me go through the chat and then I see what I can answer. in sequence. So first question from Jake. Sorry, mispronounced. Here is the pricing page on heygen.com/API-pricing. And our pricing, the way how API plan works are pretty straightforward. You basically pay as you need or as you go. For example, for API scale plan, you pay $330 per month and you get 660 credits for any kind of like product, including interactive avatar. Of course, we have other products like video translations, personalized video creations, avatar video using our latest AI Studio. All of those are using the same general AI API credit. And a lot of users actually start from either free or pro. And then once they gain more product knowledge and kind of like explore the use case themselves, they oftentimes upgrade to scale. And for enterprise, it is a more like a more premium packaged, and for enterprise customer who has a need for like a bulk of credit that they have to purchase upfront for an annual usage. And this will require talking directly to our sales reps, and then we will assess your use case, will assess your needs, and basically give you a more economic pricing package. But feel free to sign up as a free HeyGen user and then start playing around and let us know. Also, wanted to advocate the resource that you have. You can go to our community page. We have a lot of free resource there. You can register for any of those events, including this current webinar. It's all free. The goal here is really to foster any of HeyGen's user or HeyGen's advocacy to build cool use cases or build things that are powered by HeyGen, and then foster the knowledge sharing with our community. You can come in here and register for any of those events, and also joining the interactive avatar user groups or API developer groups. For API developer groups, we also host a bi-weekly an API office hour it is free to give you more specific debugging or troubleshooting helps as you start integrating with our API. And by register to our API developers, you also get to join our developer forum to see what kinds of use cases people build and what kind of issue they run into. Basically serve it as a Stack Overflow community, if you will. And okay, go back to next questions. There's a question about getting transparent background character person. So if the question is about changing the background, the answer is yes. So the way that it works, it will require for the original footage to be filmed and shoot in with a clean like green screen background. And we have tool to allows you to replace that background and to key out the pixel basically and have it as a transparent background. One example of this is a customer called EDU. They actually has created a custom interactive avatar and then remove the background themselves and have this interactive avatar floating or embedded on their existing learning system as a training personalized tutor, if you will, for K-12 students. You can see here the background is completely transparent. Okay. Next question's about team plan. User is on team plan but wanted to click a button to save the conversation's transcript. Yeah, so in order to export the conversation transcript, you will need to integrate either with our API or SDK. I think our SDK will have the capability to export the dialogues, but not on the team plan, not on the web app. Sorry guys, didn't realize we ran into issues with audio not sharing. Sunny, if you can help, like also list out the important question, that would be great. For now, I'm just going through it one by one. Okay, I see a good questions about voice from Bill. To explain more about the voice components, if we want to use our own voice and make it realistic as possible as we train HeyGens, or use ElevenLabs for voice with HeyGens for avatar. So it is supported, but it will require API integrations or SDK. So if I go into, let me share my screen quick. Going to our API docs. I know my screen is too small. In creating a new session, you have this list of parameters which you can configure. For example, avatar, the streaming video quality, and voice setting. So voice setting here, you can input any voice ID from HeyGen, and that includes any voice that you create on your own on HeyGen or any other stock public voices that you can acquire from HeyGen, as well as any third party, like for example, ElevenLabs voice that you want to import to HeyGen. And I can share with you, here is the landing page of HeyGen, and these are the list of voice. I create this list of voice by cloning my own voice. These are the list of public voices. We have about 1,500. Any of those voices have a unique voice ID, which you can use to configure it for interactive avatar for streaming. And I hope that is straightforward. So this will be, so the answer is yes, we can support it. You can pass in any voice ID via the API request. And you also have the option to configure the voice speed rate and also the emotion of the voice. And as well as ElevenLabs setting, if the voice, it is coming from ElevenLabs, but it's optional parameter. There's next question. It's about, is it possible to link a custom GPT? You mean like a custom LLM, large language model? If so, then the answer is yes. Again, it will require direct integration with our API. And I missed the question. It's about, can this interactive avatar work via webhook to service like NAN? I guess it doesn't in a way that it's not working like a webhook or a workflow integrations to framework like NAN, but it is direct API to API communications or to SDK. Next questions about where is the training data located for interactive avatar. So once you sign up as a HeyGen user, all the training data related to the interactive avatar will live within your HeyGen account. And we are fully compliant on data security and data privacy. You can visit HeyGen's security pages for more details. A good question about there is no single Indian interactive avatar. Would we add more? And the answer is yes. But probably not the current priority for our interactive avatar product engineering team. In the past, we have released more than 25 public interactive avatar in the past few months. And yeah, so definitely a doable plan, but it's not the current priority, unfortunately. But yeah, of course, you can create your own avatar and choose the Indian actor. Next questions about even when not adding the avatar for footage, the credit get cuts if we are making some other changes in the video. That's unfair. I don't think I get the question. Even when not adding the avatar footage for training get cuts. Yeah. Kanga, if you can like clarify the question that you are asking, that'd be great. Canada's AI-powered reconciliation ad tech platform. Is there a beta program? It is not a beta product, but you can sign up at HeyGen as a free user and start playing around. It's fully live in GA. Okay, questions from the community now. I don't know. Team, I have two. I have to monitor two chat. One from YouTube, one from our community webinar. There's a question about can interactive avatar respond to several languages or are they limited to only one language at a time? So the language for which the avatar will speak can configure before you start a streaming session. So you can configure one per session, basically. But if you want the interactive avatar to, based on the prompt, change the language throughout one session or throughout one conversation, it will require more custom integrations to basically, if you want to integrate with, I think it's OpenAI real-time or our real-time API, then it is supported. The next question is about interactive avatar for live language interpretations. Yeah, so the answer for that will be it will require, I think, OpenAI real-time API to support auto detections of the language from the user and then respond in the corresponding languages. Otherwise, it will require like pre-configuration of the streaming session or basically the prompt for example, ask ChatGPT to talk and answer in the language that you want going forward. And then the large language model will start to respond in that specific language. Okay, next question. It's about, can I dynamically create interactive avatar and dynamically change the data behind? For example, if I'm building a coaching app, I want people to choose their avatar and personalized video. Yeah, so what we just walk through on the platform as a quick demo, you can basically leverage the public avatar or create your own avatar. You can create more than 3 or like multiple custom avatar and then have listed on your website for your end user to choose the avatar they want, and then choose the knowledge base, and even choose the voice they want or voice motion, and to help your user personalize the experience. So the short answer is yes, it's all supported. The last question is about, is it possible for the avatar to say explaining in more depth in a topic if a student need more help as they go through the learning course? Yes. So you can enrich as in-depth as you want in the knowledge base about specific topic. Yeah, so the best way to test this out, it will be like sign up at HeyGen and then really test out different kind of scenario and conversation with the avatar and to see its capability. Good questions. Last questions about, is agent learning from our biometrics, facial expression? Yeah, so the way how, if the question is about custom avatar creation, the answer is yes. We basically take the original footage of yourself, repeat specific script for active speaking, active listening, and idle state. And we collect that 2 to 5 minutes of footage. We use it as a training data to create a digital clone of yourself. We kind of like do kinds of deep learning, machine learning to learn how you speak and how you listen and how your facial expressions move works basically. But yeah, I guess that's the high level description of how it works. What is a developer portal? I don't quite understand that questions. Maybe you are referring to our API docs, developer forum, which is this tab, docs.heygen.com, discussion forum in community. When can we have 2 avatars speaking with each others? That's an interesting question. So the answer is now. We're not there yet. So right now, how the product is designed by intention is to have it as a one-on-one conversational interactions. So there's only one avatar in the session and interact with the end user. It's one-to-one. All right. Let me know if you have additional questions. Thanks for all the good questions and feedback. And feel free to say hi to everyone who's joining, I'm sure from different time zone. Here it's 9:35 a.m. PST. But thanks everyone. These are good questions about several from the Q&A about knowledge base. Okay, we can talk about that. Can I upload a text or PDF? You can upload text, and behind the scene, we're using the GPT-4 Mini for the large language model. It has 128,000 token as the context window. So that's the maximum number of token you can send in text format. Yeah, you can choose the large language model on your own. So that will require API integrations, basically, to choose your own tech stack, changing the LM. Last questions from, can't pronounce the name, but Junior e-learning online productions. Is it possible to integrate an interactive avatar in the LMS like a Moodle? Yes, we've seen that. Actually, customer brought this to productions. They integrate with their existing internal learning and management system and have the interactive avatar as a more conversational tutor or coach to interact as the user or the students go through the courses, the module, and then give real-time feedback to the student and allow the student to ask questions and get answers immediately. We've seen that for language learning platform, where they embed the interactive avatar into their internal system, such as Moodle. Yep, great questions. Right? I think that's it. We'll give it one more minute. If no question, then I will end it here. And thanks everyone's time for joining today's webinar. It is recorded, so if you wanted to replay it, you're welcome to. Simply register as a member in our community and replace it there. I will send a quick link in the chat. Thanks, Sonny, for the help. Always appreciate everyone's time. Yeah, just sign up at HeyGen and play around with our product and test it out.